Assalamu alaikum and a very happy and fantastic good morning to all of you. I hope you're all feeling fantastic and great and happy and active. Yeah, remember in a previous class, we discussed and learned about how to keep ourselves fit, what we should do, and why it is important. Yes, remember everybody? Yeah, that was about keeping ourselves fit, and I hope that you are practicing dancing and yoga and exercise at home to keep yourself fit. Yeah, okay, that is lovely. That is super great. Amazing. Okay, so right now, this is our social studies class, and we are going to learn something different today, right? Okay. Yay. So, what we are learning today is about a little different, but you must have noticed that whenever um, you are with your parents driving along, maybe going somewhere. So, there are some things which are very important that we see, maybe we know a little about them, but maybe some of them we need to know about, right? Okay, so first of all, what I'm going to ask you that whenever you travel, have you seen what kind of symbols do you see on the road? What kind of symbols do you see on the road? Yeah. Mm, yeah, there are different kind of symbols. You see, there are boards right along the road that you see that they are like they say something. Yes, they say something. So today I'm going to tell you that what do they say, right? That is good. Okay, so what we are going to discuss about these, they are called symbols, right? And symbols tells us very important things. They are the reminders and telling us that what we have to do while we are driving on the roads, because there are certain rules. There are certain rules when you're driving, right? We cannot just take our car out and just start it put the ignition on and then zoom, just go. No, we cannot do that. We have to follow these symbols. So, do you recognize any of the symbol here which you have seen already? Yeah, maybe this one. That is the most common symbol which you see whenever you go. Yeah, what is this? A traffic signal. Yeah, this says there is a signal ahead, right? This is the symbol that tells us that there is a signal ahead, that wherever you are moving towards, you are going to find, you are going to go towards a signal. And what do we do on the signal? Yes, we stop. But when do we stop at the signal? When it is red, danger, right? So we get ready when it's yellow, and then this is the go ahead, right? Traffic signal, the green light says go ahead. Yes, so this is a symbol of going ahead. Okay, now this is something which you can see, and this says do not enter, right? Now this says do not enter. So there is mostly in the markets when you go, or maybe some a little narrow roads, or maybe to keep the traffic smooth, they have written, they have put this do not enter. See, there is a sign like this, you don't have to enter. So whenever you see this and you're turning right or you're turning left, or maybe you have to go, you want to go on that road which says do not enter, so you are not going to enter in that, because maybe that's a one-way road, only the traffic is coming from there, you cannot go towards that, right? So this says do not enter sign. So you have to practice them whenever you go out, you have to look for them, right? Okay, then another symbol. What does this mean? You see, it is showing arrow, maybe to this way or maybe to this way. So this arrow says left turn ahead, right? When you're driving, there's a left turn ahead. Sorry, there's a left turn ahead. Yeah, maybe this goes here, and this shows my right now. Okay, so this says left, right? So the road is not going straight, it will turn to left. So you will have in your mind, whether if it's a night time, you saw that the road is not straight ahead, that is going to turn left, right? Okay, that is great. This is very important sign. See, what is this? There is a child and somebody with a bag. So this says there is a school ahead. So when you're driving, we need to slow down because there is a school ahead and there are kids around. So you need to be very careful, right? Now, whenever you're traveling now, you are going to look for all of these signs, right? And you should know that what the sign says, right? So we have to speed up a little slow. And this is the sign which says 35 meters per hour. Meters per hour, 35 meters per hour. Like when you are inside the residential areas, your speed should not exceed 35 meters per hour. And why is that? Because if it's a residential area, there'll be children playing, there will be people walking around, maybe kids are cycling around, or maybe they are playing and somehow the ball come up on the road and all that. So there's a speed limit that says speed advisory that you should not exceed 35 meters per hour, right? You have to slow. You have to slow down because you have to keep yourself safe and you have to keep others safe, right? So there is another symbol which says there is a road work ahead. There are people working on the road, right? So maybe there could be bumpy or jumpy, or like there could be like something on the road. So you need to be cautious and careful. Otherwise, your tires will get burst or get hurt, or maybe you will bump into something, right? So if there is a road work ahead, so you have to even be cautious and slow down so you can be safe, and the others who are working on the road, they are safe, right? So look at the symbol carefully, right? This says, yeah, this says work ahead. Yes, very good. Okay, there is another very important symbol. This says yelled, right? There's a triangle, right? This, right? Upside down triangle. And this says whenever you are joining the main road, you have to give the way to the person who is already on the main road, right? When you're joining the road, you have to give the way to the people who are who are already on the main road, right? And you are joining from a smaller road or a narrow road or what do we call it? That's a small road you're joining with the main road, right? So this says yield. So you have to give way to the people who are already driving on the main road, right? And you are, if you are joining them from the service lane, so you have to wait till they pass, and then you have to go, because it's their right of way to go first, right? Okay, so you will see this sign very often on the road. Okay, there is another important. What does this say? Can you see it? What is it? Age, yes. And this says hospital. Yeah, there are patients in the hospital which are ill, which are not comfortable, which are not feeling good. So you don't have to honk, beep, 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 or you don't have to rush, right? Because they want to be in a peaceful place because they're not feeling well. So whenever you see this hospital sign, that means there's a hospital near that. You don't have to honk, you don't have to rush, right? Maybe there are patients which are coming out, or maybe there is an ambulance going in. So, and this says that there is a hospital, and if you need a hospital, and if you need to go to the hospital, so you can very well you can get the idea that there is a hospital nearby somewhere here, right? So this is hospital. Okay. So what does this say? This says no pedestrian. Like this is only for the cars and the vehicles. No people who are walking, they should not come through this place. No pedestrians are allowed. Cross, right? This cross says no. No pedestrians are allowed who are not on the bike, who are not driving, who are on, they're walking, they are not allowed, right? Yes. Then yeah, this says stop. Now stop. This is mostly on the checkposts where people have to check the vehicles and see the papers and documents of them, right? So they have put this, and you have to stop at that because maybe they are looking for something. Maybe they are there for your safety, right? So if this says stop, you need to stop, right? Okay, so there is another thing which maybe you have not come across, or maybe some of you have come across. This says cross, totally cross. This says railroad crossing. So you have to stop until you get the signal to cross that, right? Or maybe there's a place from where you cannot cross. There is only a railroad crossing from where you cannot cross, right? So it's dangerous, right? Sometimes the cars get stuck in the middle of the rail trail, and the train comes and they can get hit off that, right? Okay, now there is another symbol which says no bicycles. So bicycles are not allowed, right? As the pedestrians were not allowed, this says no bicycles are allowed here. And these symbols are very, very important, right? We have to follow them. We have to abide by the rules because that is very, very important. And as kids, even, you should make it a habit, right, to look for the symbols. And if there says no parking, you should not park over there. If there's no bicycles, you should not take a bicycle over there. If it says no pedestrians, that we should not go over there. If it says do not enter, we're not going to enter. And if we are entering on the main road from the service line, we have to give the way to the people who are already on the main road. Yeah. See, now look at all the symbols. There are already many other symbols as well, which maybe we'll discuss them later on, right? But right now, I am going to share a video with you, which is going to show a little of more symbols to you, right? So I'll show you a little more symbols to you, and we will just discuss that, right? See, this is danger. So this is mostly on maybe the nuclear plants or where there are chemicals, something like that. So this is the sign which is being put up over there because that is very, very dangerous, highly dangerous, right? Toxic, dangerous chemicals, right? So see, there's a skull and the bones. So that means no, not at all. It is very, very dangerous. Only the authorized people are allowed to go over there, right? So you are not allowed to go over there. See? Okay, then this is the sign for the electricity. See, there is not a straight arrow, there is a zigzag arrow. This says there is electricity, like power poles or pylons, which are heavy, big pylons, big pole of electricity. You must have seen that. So this says electricity, that you might get an electric current if you go over there or touch something, because we don't know what is over there. So you should not go to that area as well, right? So there is another flammable. See, flammable. Like there are things that if somebody is smoking or somebody's just put a matchstick on, and if they throw it, that place can get fire. So there are many things which are flammable, like petrol and gas and the different chemicals which are flammable, right? So this says, like, if you are going to put any fire, any kind of anything, something like that near to that place or thing that can even burst out, like, right? So there are some things which are flammable and we need to take care of them, right? Now there are hazards. See, this is blinking, right? You must have seen that in your cars. So now next time when you sit in your car, just ask your parents to just show you this hazard button. So we are going to put this hazard button on whenever we have stopped somewhere and we want all of them to just pass away. We don't want anybody to just come and stand behind us and start honking that you go. So if the hazards are on, they know that they have to go away, right? Leaving the car, whoever is blinking with their hazards, right? And if it's a foggy season, we even open the hazard button on that blinks the hazards, that show that there is something coming on, because when it's foggy, we hardly see something. So we put the headers because this goes off and on and off and on and off and on. That gives you an indication there is something coming up, right? So this is a hazard symbol. Then see, this is blinking. Then fragile. Fragile, you see, there is a cup which has a line on it that says that this thing or this box, whatever is in the box or whatever thing there is, it is very fragile. So if you're going to hit it hard or if you're going to throw it down, that can break. So we have to handle it carefully, right? We have to handle it carefully. So that things are called fragile. Yeah, right? So after this, see, I told you about the stop sign or symbol. This says you have to be stopped whenever it is there, right? Nobody's going to tell you to stop. And this says walk, right? When the signal is green, you have to walk. And then this is near the zebra crossing lines, right? Where is your way to cross the line? Yeah, that is your right of way to cross the line. So the driver have to be careful to see that there can be somebody crossing the line from the zebra crossing. So you have to slow down your car. You have to see there's a walk sign. So maybe somebody could be walking through the zebra crossing, right? Yeah, that is great. So another sign is, see, we saw that school ahead, and this says school. This is in front of the school. This you are going to find a little before the school, right? There's a school ahead. And this you're going to find when there is a school, right? So they say there is a mother and a child who's crossing the road. So you should be very, very, very careful. So nobody gets hurt, right? And there is a very, very important sign which I really wanted to know and remember that. This is the sign with the wheelchair. This is a wheelchair sign, and this is the sign which we mostly see when we have to park the car in the malls and in the markets. Now they are very, very important. Why? Because they have put up this symbol, and whenever you see this symbol, that place is only for the parking of the handicapped people. You don't have to park your car over there, even if that place is empty, right? You don't have to park your car over here. You don't have to park any of your thing over here, because that is only for the handicapped people, right? And this wheelchair symbol is the thing where you can get the wheelchair from. So you need to leave that space vacant for the handicap. That is not at all your right to put your car in that place, right? You're not going to park your car on that place. And that is very, very important. Most of the times these places are empty. Why? Because like maybe there are like less handicaps here. But even if the place is empty, you have to make sure, and you have to make sure for anybody else who is parking the car over here, that this is only reserved for the handicaps. And you remember this sign, right? Remember this sign and keep it in your mind that you're not going to park your car if you see this sign, right? This is only for the handicaps. You are going to park whenever you see the parking, right? And if there is a cross on the parking sign, you are not going to park your car over here, right? If you see a cross, then that means no parking, right? But this gives you the board which says that you can park your car over here, right? So these are the symbols which you mostly see whenever you go out, whenever your parents are driving. You can see all these symbols everywhere, right? So you all have to follow that, because road safety is very, very important, right? So I just want to show you a couple of more cards which we will just discuss about the road safety. That what do you think is the right picture, or which one do you think is the wrong picture, right? Okay, so let's see. I will just ask you one by one. Now I'm going to show you a picture. Now see, this is a picture. This is the pedestrian walkway, right? This is the walkway, and there's a child who is just on the walkway, just along this road. You see? Now, what do you think? Is this safe? You think it is safe? What do you think? Yeah, it's not at all safe, because he is just playing along the roadside and he can just get slipped and the cars are passing by, right? So this is not at all safe. Okay, now look at this child. He's standing across the road and looking, yeah, thinking, how have you ever crossed the road? Okay, so how do we cross the road? Yes, we go on, we look at our right side, we look our left side, then we wait for a little, then we again look at the right side and the left side, and carefully we cross the road from the zebra crossing. Somewhere they are yellow, somewhere they're white. So this, and you have to look for the sign here, which says, where does it go? Here, that you have to cross from here, right? Which was that? Right? So this is, you have to cross from the zebra crossing. So this is this safe or not? Yeah, it is safe. Okay. Now look at another picture. There's a girl. Oh my God, she is playing on the road. Oh my God. See, her ball, he was playing over here and her ball went out and she's going to pick up her ball from the road. Oh my God. Is that safe? No, not at all. It's not safe. Maybe there is another car coming from this other side and she can get hurt, right? So you don't have to go on the road like that. If you try, or your ball goes on the road, you have to look for somebody to get it that for you, right? Yeah, very, very, very good. Okay. Now look at this girl. Now she is sitting at the back of the car. And what else? Yes, she has her safety belt on. Yay. So kids should sit at the back in the car with their safety belt on. See? So they will be safe. So this is safe, right? Very good. Now another thing, another girl. Look at them. What are they doing? She's skipping along the road. There is traffic going on. Oh my God. What do you think? Is it safe? No, that is not safe. And are you going to practice the same? Yeah, everybody. And now look at him. See, he is cycling, but with his helmet on. See? And he is just riding his bike where the sign is on. This does not say no bicycles. See, this does not say no bicycles. There is no cross on the symbol. Yeah, yeah, there is no cross on the symbol. Yeah, so he can ride his bicycle over there. But you see, he has put up on his safety helmet and all that. So even if he slips or fell down, he is safe. So This is safe. Yay, that is great. So this is all about safety. Now, you have to look for all these signs wherever you go out, and you should discuss this with your parents, even, and even somebody who is older to you, who is not following these symbols. You have to tell them that this symbol says this, and we need to abide by the rules. We have to follow these symbols, right? Yeah, because that's important for your safety and for everybody's safety. So you can even look for more symbols around the road, along the roadside, and whenever you go out. And if you find out any new symbol, you are going to discuss that with us, right? Yay, that is great. Amazing. So this was a social studies class in which we discussed about symbol that is for our safety. So safety is important. Yeah, health is also important, exercise is important, and safety is important. So if you're riding a bike, you should put your helmet on, right? If you're in the car, you have to put your safety belt on. And if somebody else is not putting up his safety belt, ask them to put their safety belts on, please. It's not safe to drive without the safety belt. And these symbols are even for all of our safety, right? Ask your parents, ask your uncles, whoever are driving, to follow all these, because now you know about all these symbols, right? Yeah, we know all about these symbols. So for our safety and for other safety, we should learn it and practice it, right? Okay, that's great. So whenever you're going to see any new symbol, you're going to discuss it with us in our next class, right? Okay, till then, I'm going to say goodbye to all of you from this class, and I'm going to see you in our next class, right? Till then, stay safe inside your house and even on the roads, right? And be happy. Yeah, we'll be happy when everybody's safe and healthy, right? Okay, so I'll see you soon. Till then, bye bye.